Alright, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, it is I, Craft Chest, here with the vlog about MMOs and guilds, guild leaders, guild officers, guild members. And before I go too far into this is just my personal opinion. I'm not going to make it long drawn out. Yes, there'll probably be a little bit of ranting. And of course, I got my audio fixed, so I'm going to start getting text and everything. We'll put that to the side. What I want to talk about is my opinion on guild leaders, guild officers, and just guilds in general when dealing with, especially dealing with open world PvP games. Now, number one, first and foremost, really? I'm not even editing this. Baby is asleep. I don't know. Okay. Alright, but first and foremost, the biggest bullshit thing that I've ever noticed in any guild is to where the guild leader has a guild and has his guild officers play his character constantly. And you never get to know the guild leader for who they are and if you even want to be in their guild, because it's important to know whether your guild leader is an asshole or not. Also, that being said, with the guild leader, can you talk with your guild leader openly? Or do they say, put it to the officers, they'll take care of it? Are they one of those little stick-ass bullshit people that want chain of command because they want to make it more in real life atmosphere? Or are they one of those people where they say, hey, yeah, give me a minute, let me finish up on this, I'll message you, let me write your name down. A guild leader should always have Notepad open so that they can write your name, and get back with you. A guild leader should never be off limits. And that's one of the biggest things that I had a heartburn with the last guild that I ran with, is that you talk with the guild leader, he goes, that's not my job, go talk with somebody else. That is not how you run a guild, homie. Alright, if you have a person that wants to talk to you about anything, guild leader, how do I wipe my ass? You better be there to help them wipe their ass. Or not help them, but tell them how to do it. Alright? You don't put that off on somebody else, because I know what the problem is. It's because you don't know how. And that's one of the biggest problems that we have with guilds and guild leaders and officers, is everybody wants to separate this big, this is my job, that's my job, and that's the end of it. Go talk to this person, I don't deal with that. And that's bullshit. Every person in your guild needs to be important. I don't care if you have 5 people or 1,000 people. Alright? Because every person supposedly is important in your guild, and their knowledge of the game, their advancement as far as character-wise in the game is important. Their gear set, their stat points, their weapons, etc., etc. Because if you don't have strength in numbers in your guild's going to fail. It doesn't matter how many people you have in it. So guild leaders, first and foremost, be there in the game for your peeps. And don't always have your second in command playing your fucking character. That's bullshit. Number 2, guild officers. You need to be there for your guild, and you need to pay attention to what they're doing. Alright? We're all about having spreadsheets for when the boss pops, when that pops, what dungeons open, who's teamed up with what, the clique. You know what I'm talking about. Who has the best gear? It's always the officers and the leader. You go look it up. There's always that one exception, though, that little lone rogue out there that cash shops himself secretly. Shh, he doesn't tell anybody. But he's always got the best stuff. He never gets killed. Those are the people you need to say, hey, bro, how you doing all that? Hey, maybe we need to, grind out a little bit. And then there's those people in your guild, members, that are always there. They're there for events. They're there for escorts. They're there to grind with you. They're always on. They may not be there playing with you per se, but they're always on, and you see, man, why are they stuck at level 34? Maybe they might need some help. They're on every day. Let me see what the deal is. Hey, man, you need some help? Can we get somebody to team up with you? Let's get these quests going. Never have I ever had anybody, except for back in the day with the old guilds, offer that, ever. Whenever I had a guild, I would always offer first and foremost for somebody to get power leveled to a certain level so that they can rewind and go out and farm the important stuff. But these days, it's all about me. Oh, man. Oh, I'm the leader. I got the best shit. That's all that counts. Yes. I got everything first. And that's the problem with guilds. That instant gratification that I'm the best. And that's bullshit. It's not what a guild's all about. Think about Sword Art Online. What was it that the one that Kirito joined? The Midnight Cats, or the one I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Moonlit Cats guild that he was in for a little while. Hey, none of them had the perfect gear, but they were there for each other, man. Why can't guilds do that for each other in a large-scale guild? All right? Teaming up in pairs if you're an open world PvP. That'll keep that person that's going around PKing folks solo maybe from doing it as much. You know? Having your officers team up with a regular person that's not an officer or just a regular guild member. You know, there's different things that we can do to make the experience better for the players and to advance those who are actually there for the guild. And I want to put something quite clear right now because it popped in my mind. This is not a personal heartburn that I have with any particular guild. It's something that I've observed from guilds because me, here in the past year, I've just been playing casually, to be honest. I've gone in Arcade hardcore leveling to get max level and, you know, mining proficiency and this, that, and the other. But I did that on my own. I did it on my own on purpose, and I was there with the guild for the chance to maybe be able to barter for things within the guild, or maybe, you know, I need a certain crystal, can I trade resources, or this, that, and the other, just being there for them. But that's something that never happened. I remember on several occasions, speaking of which, if you want to talk about a heartburn, to where I did all this stuff for the guild. I've given resources, I've given gold, I've given, and I asked for one crystal to upgrade my gear. One crystal. They ignored me like I was speaking Russian in an English server. That happened several times, like just not even answer me. It's like, really? You know, if you do that to your guild members, you're going to have dissension really fast, and it's not going to be pretty whenever you have enough people do that and they go and form their own little guild and start picking your asses off. All right? Because there's people that put in work out there in guilds. You know, you need to start paying attention to them. Use those spreadsheets to know the people that are on and when they're on. If you see craftchest in every single game, you know, or every time that you're on, you're like, God damn, this dude's in here all the time. Maybe we might want to help this guy out. He might be an asset. Maybe not an officer. I don't want to be an officer right now. I've had my guild. I've been an officer. All right, in Terra. We had our guild when everybody was playing Terra. We had like I don't know, 15, 20 people in our guild, and we all helped each other play. And those of you out there that haven't played and that are in the guild that just get on once a week, you don't really need to be in the guild. All right, you're there, a couple of you, because I know you personally, but there's other people that, you know, they played, maybe they made an alt account, and they're just there being spy. Yeah, you have all that problem. Yeah, you have that. All right, you ain't got to worry about all that, though, if you pay attention to all your members, whether it's 5 people or 1,000 people. Pay attention. That's the biggest thing, guilds. Guild leaders, you can't pay attention to your guild if you play twice a week. You just can't do it. It doesn't matter what game you're playing. All right? So anyway, I'm going to end it right there. There's so many other things that I'm going to say in future videos about guilds, but that touches base on my main, biggest heartburn with guilds these days. It's not all about you, homie. Yeah, you're the guild leader, and yeah, you should be advanced, but you got to understand how to advance. You have to understand how to teach your guild members to advance. And those that are there just to play casual and don't want to advance, or don't have an understanding, or even a plan, maybe they might not need to be in the guild. And it's no personal, you know, I don't have anything against you, but you're not contributing. And that's my point. Everybody needs to contribute to the guild. Period, the end. That's it. I'm out. Because it's a craft of the mind. I'm over it. And it does matter. 2015. Woo! And I'm going to continue this on because I have other things I want to talk about, but I don't want to make it but like 10 minutes each. See you later.